don't know how many sidetracks I'm allowed in a video, but you guys let me know in the comments below, because I think I get carried away with them. We just got this package here from one of our YouTubers and one of our customers, and also one of our subscribers. I don't even know what this is. Jason sent this over. I'm gonna open it. It smells good. I think he sent us food. Hold on. Let's see what it is. What did you send us? Send it. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Really? What is this? You don't have to send us stuff, by the way. We'll send you guys stuff. We send the corals out. You don't have to send stuff. Very much appreciated though. Mr. Jason. Oh, what the heck? He's not even from, he's from Stratford. This guy lives like 2 hours away. Thank you very much, man. You're gonna make us fat. Oh, did you see this in the other video? The other guy that somebody else brought us donuts. Ah, we're foodies here. Jason, that's awesome, man. We love you. Oh, there's a note. Open it, open it. I really need this today. I haven't slept. This is very good timing. Matt's just opening the note. That's very kind of you, Jason. Very unnecessary. Let's see what it says. Oh man, we are so fat here. This is great. Let's see what Jason sent. Very unnecessary. Hello, Reefing Fam. Thank you so much for being an incredible store, helping me get back into the hobby. The enthusiasm, knowledge the Frag Box brings deserves acclaim. It was great to finally visit this past weekend and see all your amazing works in person. Jason from Stratford. Thanks, man. You know what? We love you. That's great. You didn't have to do that. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to destroy these very shortly. They're vegan? Oh, he knows. Vegan and gluten-free. It just doesn't stop. I'm going to talk about these. Forget the corals. We don't need to, corals we can do any day. It's not every day someone sends you vegan, gluten-free. Oh, I think we got a brownie in here, some chocolate chunk. Ah, man, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, look how important this is. Look, I had to call you. My mom. Hold on. So, do you know Jason from YouTube? Look what he sent us. Vegan, gluten-free. No. Yeah. The one day you're not here. What do you want us to save you?
Thank you, Jason, but I don't work on Fridays.
She doesn't work Friday. Okay, well, you let me know which one. We're gonna save it for you.
Oh my God. Okay, show me then.
Okay, hold on. Look, pick one. Cookie? You want cookie?
No.
Cupcake?
Whatever real one is. Save me.
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll try all of them, and then whichever one's the best, I'll save you half. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Bye.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on? My Reefing Fan March here, Fragbox TV. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how we unpack an order that just came in from Australia. So these are some very cool new corals that we just got in. And as you can see right now, it's daylight. It is 11 o'clock. Look at this. Nice and sunny in Toronto, Ontario. Usually I'm doing this very late at night, and what happened with this order was it got delayed. So a flight from, I believe, Alaska. So these go Australia, Hong Kong, Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, JFK, so it's going to New York, Toronto. These things left Monday. Today's Friday. I don't know if this is going to be a good video. I'm going to start opening these. You know, sometimes I do those videos and I'm like kind of down and droopy and depressed, like, oh my God, I crushed my reef tank, and oh my God, I don't want to keep corals. This may be one of those ones. So I'm going to start optimistic, and then we're going to see how it goes. They've been in transit for a long, long time. They're delayed, and instead of doing YouTube videos, standing here and talking to my reefing fam, which is you guys, that I love, I should probably put down the camera and stop talking and start unboxing these, because they've been in the boxes for long enough. So let's go ahead, slice one of these puppies open. Sorry, we're doing this POV style. I guess a lot of the videos I do are point of view style, and you guys seem to like it because you keep on coming back for more. Okay, let's see what's up here. Ooh, Christmas. Look at this nice little heat pack. I don't think you really need one. Oh, maybe some parts of the plane get cold. It's a very small one. Let's see. Yeah, there's no more heat. Things rock hard. Let's rip this off, and let's see what Santa Claus has sent us this lovely September. So packaged very well. These guys, we've been ordering from these guys for a long time. They know what they're doing. Maybe I should put down the camera and I'll go ahead and open this. We'll get a couple corals out. We'll see how they look, and then I can talk to you some more about what's going on here. Give me a second. If you find that in this video I'm doing a lot of sorries, a lot of awkward sort of inclinations in the way I'm speaking, I haven't slept. So this was supposed to arrive 3 a.m. 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And then go to the airport, pick it up, clear customs. I was hoping to be back here around 4 to 5, start unpacking it. Delayed, so now it's coming up on noon. So this video, I just want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer, apologizing in advance. I'm running on 0 sleep here. So let's see what is going on. Mr. Australia, dun, 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 dun. Which one do we grab first? Let's go with this one. Aha, who do we have here? Is this going to be a good video? Yeah, this is going to be a good video. So water clear. This is a torch coral, Euphyllia glabarensis. You can see on the packet here, this is a standard, industry standard 5-inch bag. Triple bag, just in case, because the skeleton can poke the bag. A few of these are sadly going to be, I can tell you from experience, they're going to have poked through the bag. So let's see here. Another one. Oh, that's the same one. My bad. Let's grab another one. And why am I wearing gloves? Because I am a little wussy. No, I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. This is another torch coral. I think this is going to be, shipment's going to be fine. I don't see brown, murky water. The box doesn't smell bad, so you can't smell it because obviously you're not here, but I can tell you it doesn't smell bad. And let's check out this one. This looks like probably another torch coral. So this box is probably going to be all torches. Let's check one more over here. Ooh, mushrooms. So that's a good sign. This is 5 freaking days in transit. These look like some blue discosoma mushrooms, which are quite common on a piece of live rock. So softies don't always ship the best. They kind of shit the bed. Oh, look at this. Actually, this shipment's going to be just fine. So I was saying, give me a second. I need coffee. I was saying that we weren't sure if this was going to be a good video. I can tell you with pretty much certainty this is going to be a good video. Another torch coral. They all look pretty good. I don't see any brown water. So if I catch one that doesn't look good, I will show you what it looks like pooched in the bag. It goes brown and murky. You take it out. It doesn't smell terribly nice. So let me start unpacking some of these. I'm going to throw them in our tank, which is nice and clean and ready for the shipment to come in, and then I will grab the camera and I'll talk to you a little bit about the corals and how I'm feeling. Oh, one more thing. This is like my little unpacking station. This is 10 years to come up with this very simple, stupid design, but it goes like grab a coral, open a bag, organize, throw out the water, throw out the bag, and I have this weird like sort of, oh, maybe I should set up the camera like as a tripod and you can watch me work in like super fast motion, like watch March unbag 400 corals in 60 seconds. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. Like I said, when I started the video, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a good one just because they've been in transit for so long. Yeah, not the case. They look amazing. So let's take a little sneak peek at this first box. Keep in mind, these things have been in transit for 5 days. These are some very cool elegance corals. And I know they kind of look like crap right now, but I can tell you from years of experience in importing thousands of corals. Oh, you know what? It might be kind of cool to sit down one day and try and calculate how many corals have passed through frag box. That would be kind of a cool video. But this is a happy elegance over here, looking really nice and open. Actually on sale, available on the website right now. I think they're half off. I'm not sure why no one's grabbed these, but I can tell you, like I said from experience, these look really good. When LPS come in, they look like trash. They look like ass. They don't look very happy, but this is good. So I'm gonna do, you know, those videos that I do after shipment, kind of walking through the tank. Just keep in mind how these looked here, the elegance. Same with the torch. They don't like, they look like they're dead. This is excellent. This is what I want to see. This is better than excellent, which is, I don't know what your word to use for better than excellent. These are awesome. These are still really, really, really good because I'm not seeing any flesh come off of them. I have no smell from the bags, and the water's clear. Really, really good sign. This kind of cool sea fan or gorgonian. There's some mushrooms. So bad order, you're gonna see mushrooms and softies go first, like these clove polyps over here, and mushrooms, and I can't remember what these are. I think they're sympodium. They're closed blue sympodium. There's some more rhodactis over here. The lights in the store are just coming on, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit dim. A little button scoly. There might be some hammers kind of mixed in there, but so far this is a box of coral. It's looking really good. My tune might change once I get to the acro. So there's some beautiful large Acropora milliporas, tenuous, wild-caught Australian colonies. They're like 6 to 10 inches. This video may take a turn, so just a little bit of a disclaimer. Let's see when we get to them. This is a very good time of the year to ship, so I think that's why I am being shown mercy right now by the coral gods, because we are in September. Here in Canada, it's gonna get freaking cold. Come January, February, March, it's not a fun place to live. You do not go outside too often. This shipment may have gone the other way if it was brought in during that time of the year. Maybe even in June, July, it could have gone the other way too. It gets really hot. We're in a weird climate here where it gets stupid hot. We're hot like freaking Nevada, and we're cold like Alaska. We have both extremes and polar opposites. I think a lot of people think Canadians that it's cold and we live in igloos year round. No, that's a lie. We only live in igloos for 3 months out of the year. The rest of the time, it's quite nice. So because of that, I think 5 days in transit is okay. If, like I said, if it was cold outside, this may be a very, very different sort of video. Let me go through another box or two. So what I'm going to do now is organize these sort of based on price and size. So some of the larger ones we do have to frag up. The corals are expensive in order to make a profit, turn a profit, because that's what we're trying to do here is, you know, enjoy the hobby, but we're also a business and we have 5 staff members to feed. So we pick which ones are suitable for fragging. So I can tell you right now that this would be one right here. As you can see, this is what I call clear separation of the heads of torch. So that's a term I made up. You're not going to find that online. It's not in any sort of literature. I just call it clear separation. So what that means is you can kind of see the skeleton over here. The white part is the live flesh, and this is actually the dead part, or the calcified part. And so this is very safe to cut, to frag right through there. This over here, not safe. As you can see, all this white tissue in here. This would be a very risky piece to cut. I would not attempt to frag this coral. It's going to end poorly. Some shops, I'm sad to say, they do. They're going to go ahead and cut this. This is not a candidate for fragging. I don't see clear separation between the heads. You can see this is one over here, and this is still very, very much connected, like a Siamese twin. Through all this white skeleton, this is alive flesh. And just to go back to this one, I know this is an unpacking video, but try and throw in a little bit of random coral knowledge as we go. Clearly separated. This V, or this valley or crest, that's what I'm looking for as a candidate for fragging. I could snap this with my fingers and I'm confident it would be fine, because I have that clear separation between the 2 heads of torch. So this is a branching torch coral. I think all torches are branching. There are no wall varieties, but we're going to get to some wall hammers shortly. I'm going to stop talking for a little bit and I'm going to keep working. But I'm in less of a rush now because it looks good. So I may actually just take a second and make a coffee and then get back to talking to you guys. So let's do that. Okay, another box down. Let's see what this box of goodies has in store for us. So it looks like this looks like Goniastria, but often in the hobby it's just called Favia. And I think the most prevalent example of that would be the Dragon Soul Favia. Let me see if I have one to show you here. I know this is an unboxing video, but I'm going to keep giving you random and hopefully somewhat useful information. You know what? They don't look too good right now, but this is a Dragon Soul. This is what we call Dragon Soul Favia. For the longest time in the hobby, it's really a Goniastria. But for all intensive purposes, you know what? We'll just call it Favia. Yeah, I don't know why it gets called Favia. It's kind of tricky to really know the Latin names of precisely all the corals. We do our best. People want to know. Chalice, I think, is one where stuff gets kind of mixed up. Well, chalice, I think there's 20 different species of Achnophilia, Achnopora. We kind of just call them chalice. These little black bits that you see sitting here in the bottom are little pieces of carbon. So what they do, this supplier, not all of them, but this one, what they do is include little granules of carbon, so that what happens is the corals kind of shit the bed. They release mucus into the water, and they muck up the water that they're being shipped in. So the idea behind the carbon is that it'll help absorb some of the chemicals, so they don't essentially kill themselves in their own protective defensive mucus during transport. Over here it looks like some Blastomussa welsii. This is a Favia. This is what I would consider a Favia. This might be a Favia. No, this is something else. And you know what? The colors don't, let me just show you under the blue light here. They don't look like, you know, amazing, like the craziest craziest right now. Like, they look pretty good. These corals color up. So what does that mean, color up? They come in looking stressed and brown. Let me just put this guy back right now. And they're actually going to get better and better and better over time, especially the chalice. You come back and see that thing in 3-4 weeks after it's been sitting here in a nice clean tank under good water. The thing is going to look incredible. I don't know if any other animals in the animal kingdom do that, but corals definitely color up. Okay, here is another basket of, oh sorry, this wire keeps getting in the way, of coral. So what do we have in here? Looks like some Christmas tree worm rocks, which we don't get too often. And I asked our supplier on this one to give us the ones that have like the most worms, but also the most variation. I was talking to someone the other day. I was wondering if I could frag one of these, because they're quite large. Like, they're large and they're expensive, but I'm wondering if I cut them, I'm probably going to end up killing some of the worms. So maybe that's the question of the day. If you have any knowledge about these, what do you think? Should I try it? You think I'm going to kill it? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't want to hurt them. Over here looks like some leather coral, still closed, frog spawn. Looks like frog spawn, some plate coral, some more echinophilia. Oh, this is kind of a weird one we don't get often. What's the name of this, Matt? Latistella, blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Latistella, blah, 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 blah. It's going to come to me. Oh, I just got an idea. Idea for future video, for tomorrow. You know how Dylan's always trying to, Matt's just siphoning water over here. This beautiful rock that someone saw in one of our videos and came to pick up from Hamilton, Ancaster, hour away. But, oh, phone. Okay, so what I was just saying, sorry, the phone was ringing. Dylan, our resident coral surgeon, has recently become obsessed with trying to learn the specific Latin names of each individual coral. So this one here, I know it's called Latistella motostellata, so I can't remember the name of it. It's a unique one, it's different. He's really gotten into learning the names. He's also very competitive, like annoyingly competitive, but it could be at anything. Like he's got, you know, like beer pong, or he'll play chess sometimes, or checkers on his phone with Tia here. He's just ultra competitive, and he doesn't like to lose. So I think we'll do a video. We'll do like a Dylan Latin name coral pop quiz, and this will be a good time because we're going to get all these new funky corals in, and then we're going to put him on the spot and see how many of the Latin names he can get. And I think it'll make for a fun video. What else do we have going on here? This one is going to run a little bit longer than usual, so you know, check in or out of the video whenever you like. This is kind of like the precursor video to the one I'm going to do tomorrow when the corals are nice and open. This looks like some Alveopora over here. Some more, I'm going to say Acan Enchinata, Cyphastria. The name is escaping me. I know it, but it's escaping. I'm going to come back to it. Some long tentacle plate coral. Again, these look rough. They're going to open up beautifully. I think this is a litho. And these are, they're not dendro, they're Balanthophilia. It's like a solitary sun coral, I believe. If I'm wrong on any of these, feel free to comment below and correct me, because I'm trying my best here, but there's a lot going on with these orders. And again, I'm running on, like, not virtually, no, zero sleep. I slept 2 hours in the car at the airport, so I don't think that counts. Plate coral. Blastomusa. Ooh, this one looks kind of blue. These are going to look a lot better once they go under the light here. But like I said, this video is going to run a little bit longer than usual. And I think you guys, you've asked for longer videos and we've listened. So I'm going to try and do that, talk more about the coral, give more of our experience, more of our knowledge, more background info. We'll let the videos run until you guys say, okay, that's about enough. You know, 20 to 30 minutes of this guy's annoying voice talking about corals. That's where we tap out and say, wrap it up, buddy. But until that point, until you guys say, you know, that's long enough, we'll keep doing it, because this is what we do. And I want to get into the live streaming. I saw the emails you guys sent over, and we're just brainstorming some topics here in the store for what we're going to do and how we're going to present it. But would love to get into the live streaming, even like maybe live streaming something like this, unpacking an order, setting up camera over here on a tripod, and then just being a little bit more intimate, one-on-one, or I guess it's 1 on 10,000 at this point, but just talking to you about stuff like this, but on a more live and intimate setting. So I'll get back to unpacking and then we'll check back in. Okay, just went through another box. This is kind of cool. We got in some clams. I believe they're Maxima. Yes, I'm looking at the shell here. Maxima clams, a lot bigger than normal. This one's quite large. This is probably like 4 to 5 inches, some cool micro musa. We call these volcanoes, this red variety. And very nice, very nice, really nice branching hammer coral. And like I keep saying, look like trash right now. These are going to open up beautifully. It's yeah, they're going to look great. So you'll see that in tomorrow's video. Let's do another box. We'll keep on going here. Oh, but first you got to see this one. Ooh, you know what I've seen so far on the shipment. So usually from every shipment I will keep one piece because I am a coral sort of crackhead. I'm still coral crazy. This may be the one. I'm kind of undecided. It might be this one, this very nice hammer, or there was a Ghani. What did I do with it? Very nice Ghani LV something. When I find it, I'll get back to it. There's a lot of coral. This is going to fill up. This is going to be absolutely full. You're not going to even be able to see any of the egg crate in this tank, and then it's going to spill over into that tank, and then probably some into the basement too, into that new tank that we set up specifically for this purpose, for holding new saltwater corals. Man, busy day today. Lots of stuff coming in. Okay, so we're about let's say we're about halfway there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought we were expecting more boxes actually. I thought this was around 16 box order, or maybe 20. I think it's around 12. Anyways, let me show you some other cool corals. I think I use the word anyways too often, but anyways, let's see what we got going on this side. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, coloring up. So corals color up. Are there other animals in the animal kingdom that do that? I think there are. I think snakes or chameleons or birds or something else, when they're at their peak health, they look better. So corals stressed out look like crap. I'm going to sit here and they're simply going to get better and better. Some very nice Favias, more chalices mixed in here. More Favias. These guys are looking great. Some elegance corals. Somebody that just left the store. Actually, I just had the greatest conversation with a customer, and it's inspired a topic for another video. He wanted to start a reef tank 30, 40 years ago. And he went into a store and they actually turned him down. They said, you're going to buy these 2 books to start, and then you're going to come back and then we'll sell it to you. He comes back in 2 weeks, he reads the books, and they give him a quiz. They give him a pop quiz. What's the nitrogen cycle? What's the first thing you're going to do when you go home? He fails the quiz. And they turn him down. So that's kind of something we do here in the store. We, like, a lot of people walk in, we say, you're not setting this up today. And I think we're one of the few businesses where we turn down paying customers every single day of the week, 365 a year. I'm going to talk about that in another video. So he kind of helped inspire. I'm going to get into it. I think it's a really cool idea. So just shout out to that gentleman that was just here. But how do I know? He asked, how do you know what corals to order? Like, what do you? Why do you have, you know, this many hammers and only 2 of these, or things like that? It just comes with experience. And corals kind of go through trends or fads. So right now, mushrooms, at least up here in Canada, mushrooms are really hot. Zoanthids have always been hot. Torch coral recently have exploded in popularity, and for better or for worse, price as well. Acans, more or less always popular coral, but kind of they come in fads. They kind of come and go. I think the Euphilia, always popular. So you can see we do order a lot more Euphilia than we do, let's say, war coral, something like this. You know, I'm not going to order 50 colonies of war coral. I'm confident ordering 50 colonies of torch, frog spawn, and hammer. The same goes for, let's say, you know, Alveopora, Goniopora. I'm going to order maybe 5 to 10. Stuff that's a little bit more rare and kind of underappreciated in the hobby, like this one that I couldn't pronounce the name earlier, Latastella, Mola Stellata, whatever it is. Stuff like this that's really beautiful, but it's just sort of underappreciated and not as well known in the hobby. I'm not going to order too many. I think we just got 2 of them. It also comes down to what our supplier has in stock, price, size. So we're ordering, I think, a little bit on the smaller end because we do a lot of shipping, and it's just easier to ship smaller pieces. And I've seen this trend in the industry over the past 10 years towards smaller and smaller and smaller tanks. So when I started, that was the industry standard. You didn't do less than 100 gallons. Anything less than that was a joke of a tank. 10 to 20 gallons is now the industry standard for saltwater aquariums. At least it is for our store here in Canada. I'm not sure how it is where you're watching, but big tanks are a thing of the past. It's all about the nanos. That's where it's at. So that's influenced the size of the coral colonies that we order, because I want to get stuff that's appropriate for a smaller tank. Most of our customers, 10 people walk in the store, 9 out of 10 of them have tanks under 30 gallons. So I want smaller open brain corals. I want smaller cinerias and blastos, because they're just more appropriate for those size of tanks. So that's my little side rant. I guess the whole video is a side rant. It's just me with the camera talking, very little script, but I think you guys like it, so we're going to keep doing it. I'm going to get back to unboxing. The camera work is definitely slowing me down, but I want to bring you along with the journey, and I want those thumbs up and I want those subscribers. And you know what? Even if you give me the thumbs down, I don't mind them. Just mention in the comments. Tell me why you're giving me a thumbs down, because it really does help. The constructive criticism does help shape the channel. And obviously we're not going to make everyone happy. Not everyone's going to love every single video. But if you're going to give me a thumbs down, at least tell me why, because we really appreciate the feedback, even when it's not positive. Well, there you have it. 5 hours later, just about done. Not just about done. I unpacked the last one. My brain's all mush right now, so I'm actually gonna go take a nap. I'm going home to sleep. This took a lot out of me, actually, but I do it for you guys. Love you guys, love the community, love the business, love the corals. Look at this tank real quick. It's full. This is gonna make for some real nice photos. Actually, I have more in here. I don't even know where I'm gonna stick this, and out of all of these pieces, I don't even know how many are here, 400 something pieces. One poached bag of water. This is what I was talking about in the beginning, what I was looking for. If there are if a shipment has gone bad or rancid, this is what it looks like. I'm not even going to bother opening this bag, sadly. It's a bubble coral. Sinulosa. I'm not even going to try the Latin name, whatever. It's unfortunate. It's one for a shipment that took 5 days to get here. It's virtually nothing. It could have gone a lot worse. I wish I could have showed you the acro. We actually didn't get any. I thought we were getting a box or two of acro. Nope, there's no boxes of acro here. It's all done. So that was a mistake on my part. If you've ever thought about ordering corals online, maybe this video is just an example of how hardy some corals really are. So when we ship here from the store, we're using FedEx Overnight Express. It's one of the fastest shipping services you can use. So we pack them up later in the day, we put them in our specialized styrofoam containers, and we ship them from our store here in Toronto right to your door, or if you prefer, a FedEx location where you can go and pick up. They're usually in transit for like 12 to 24 hours. And as you can see here, we're 4 to 5 days. Look at this orange hammer, just as an example. Where did you go, Mr. Hammer? I'm really out of it right now. Look at this. Just came out of the bag an hour ago. You would never guess this thing was on a plane. Took 5 flights to get here. 4 to 5 days of transit. Thing looks awesome. Same with this octospawn. Same with a lot of them. These ones will open up. These were the kind of the last ones to come out of the bag. Look at these Favia. I don't want to show you too much. It's kind of like a sneak preview, because tomorrow I'm going to do one of those videos where I walk through the tank and then give you a real rundown of what came in, what looks great, what I'm going to keep. I'll give you that coral knowledge, those sort of video walkthroughs that I think you guys like, that we do every time we get a new shipment. So I won't show you too much more of what we have here. That's going to all be covered in tomorrow's video. I think that's about it for today's one. If you have any questions, or if you saw anything in the video that really caught your eye and maybe you want us to put aside, a lot of this is going to get fragged up into smaller pieces. So now would be a good time. If you did see something that you don't want to frag of, you want the whole chunk, hit us up. Maybe some of these Favias, a larger hammer. They will be a little bit more, depends on the size, depends on the coral, but a lot of people see stuff in the videos and then we'll take a screenshot and send it, and oh my God, I want this in the top right corner, whatever it is. So don't be afraid to do that. Let us know and we'll put that aside for you and we can go from there. Sadly, cannot ship to the US. As many of you already know, we are up here in Canada. It's very difficult and expensive for these corals to then leave our borders to come to the US. We love you guys. A lot of our subscribers and viewers are from the US. I love the US personally. Like I'm spent a lot of time in the US. I was living in California for a month, fell in love with that state. Absolutely love New York, Chicago, Boston, Cleveland. As a kid, grew up, spent tons of time as a child in Florida. Next place I want to visit is Austin. I'm dying to visit Austin to see Texas. Matt's ready to move there. The more we read about Texas, absolutely love the States, love you guys. Sadly, cannot share that love with the corals. It's not coming down there. Unless it's like an incredible amount that you're taking, or if we somehow did like, maybe like a group buy, but it'd have to be through a certain city. I don't know if it's logistically possible, and I hate turning you guys down because we're probably between phone calls and emails 30 to 40 a day at this point. Can you ship to the US? Or I'm in Missouri, or I'm in Idaho, or wherever you are looking for shipping quotes. So I don't mean to tease you with the channel and show you all this stuff. And I'm gonna do a video, I'm gonna do a lengthy video explaining sort of the back end and why it's not gonna leave here. It's not economically feasible for us to ship these corals to the US. If you're buying, you know, 1 or 2 pieces. If you're buying 20 or 30, we're talking $5,000 to $10,000 in corals. It's a different story. Maybe that conversation can be had. But on the smaller pieces and frags, it's not going to happen. Anyways, I think that's about enough for today's video. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, apologize, a little bit longer than normal. Thank you for watching this episode of Fragbox TV.